Hello and welcome to the Badimat YouTube channel. I'm Oluwaseyi Salako. It's nice to have you back. Thank you so much for always coming back. If you're new on my channel, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers by the 30th of May, which will be my birthday gift. Please, 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 let us achieve this aim by the 30th of May, my birthday. In today's tutorial, we'll be stitching out this fabric basket. This basket is especially useful now that Easter is around the corner. Let's get straight into the tutorial. In order to sew this basket, we need materials for both the handle, the inside, which is the lining, and the outside. We can use the same material all through if we want, but I've decided to just choose a coordinating material. And we also need something to give it stability. So I have attached fusible webbings to this material. I have chosen these two materials, and we also need something to give the material stability. So I have actually put on fusible webbing at the back of my materials, both the lining and the outside one. The measurements we need would be 15 by 18 for the two of them, both the outside material and the lining, 15 by 18. And for the strap, we'll need 6 by 18. So it will be 6 in the width and 18 in the length. So let's get into the sewing of this material. So for the outside, we have to fold it into two this way. It's such a simple basket to make. We fold it into two. The left side, that way. And we make sure both sides are equal. No side is longer than the other. We fold it that way and push it down after attaching the fusible webbing or whatever thing you want to give it stability. I have attached the fusible webbing to mine. So you can either use this way or you iron it down. I'll just be folding mine down like that for both the outside and the lining. So push them down. It's such an easy one. You see, there. So both of them now looks like this. So what we have to do is sew each side with 1/2 inch allowance. Sew this side and sew this side. On both the outside and the lining, we sew 1/2 inch allowance on each side. So now that we're done sewing, we want to push the seam down. We want to press it down like this. We try and cut all the threads so that's not disturbing us. Then we want to press the seam down. The seam we just finished sewing on both sides for both the lining and the outer part of the bag. Let's press the seam down. So we have 4 seams to press down. So after pressing all the 4 seams for both the lining and the outer of our basket, the next thing we want to do is to make sure we have the bottom bit, this one all pressed down, and we can see it from here. Then we push this lining, this seam part, we push it down. We push it down into the middle of the basket to align with the center line at the bottom, like that. And then we have a triangle this way. We're going to be doing that for the 4 sides. So when we do one, we want to measure 2.5 from this point, the very edge of the triangle, 2.5 inch, 2.5 inch, 2.5, and mark it. Then we go to the sides both from one side to the other should be 5 inch from that 2.5. 5 inches from the 2.5. So we start our 1 from here and it gets to 5 here. And this is the, we'll put a line. Let's put a line. And we're going to be sewing across the line. We put a line to make it straight. We're going to be sewing across this line on the 4 sides. On the 4 sides, not just this one. We do this and we do the other one for the outside panel, and for the inside panel we do the same thing. Now that we have the 4 sides of this all sewn, we want to go to the strap. So for the strap, first we want to fold it into half. Like that. You can iron it as well, because I have fusible webbing on mine. It's easy for me to fold it down and it will stay down this way. So when we get the middle of that, the next thing we need to do is to fold each side to the middle. Like that. We fold it to the middle. And we fold the other side to come meet the middle line. Like that. So we have both sides meeting the middle. So now we have both sides like this. We want to stitch the sides, the very edge of it, just to hold this one down. We want to stitch like just a tiny bit, not too much, and a tiny bit from here too, to give the bag more stability as well, and as well as making it look neat. So now that we've sewn both sides, we like to put a line at the middle to hold this down. We want to hold this down, so we'll sew it at the middle as well to hold that part down. So now we have our strap done. All we need to do is assemble. Now that we have the 3 parts that we want to put into to make the basket, we want to assemble them now. So for this handle, it will be going on the outer one. So what we want to do is look for the middle of this. We can get the middle by just doing it this way and folding it down. We get the middle of that. Make sure all sides are equal. There. That is the middle for us. So that's where we put the strap. So we want to put the strap inside and align it, the middle of that with the middle of the bag, of the basket. We align the strap or the handle, the middle of the strap or the handle, whichever you call it, to the middle of the basket. And use something to hold it down. I have this clip. I'm going to be holding it down with my clip. So on the other side as well, we look for the middle and hold it down. And we would like to just attach it to this outer panel. Let's attach the straps or the handle. we use 1/2 inch seam allowance to attach it. Now that we have the strap attached, we want to turn it inside out and put the handle coming to the bottom. Yeah, if we turn it inside out, it's like this, but we want to make sure the handle is going to the bottom, like that. We put the handle at the bottom after turning it to the right side. And this we would put inside the lining. The lining is still on the wrong side. I've seen people cut out the bottom bit, but I don't cut out mine because that adds to the stability of the bottom of the basket as well. So we'll be putting the outside panel into the lining. We want to attach both of them. So we want to go from side to side. Make sure they are well aligned, like side to side, like that, and hold it down. We can hold it down with a pin or with a clip. I'll do both sides first. Like that, and then it becomes easy to do the other sides once we have the two sides held down first. We want to make sure we're smoothing it out. Let's smooth it out so that it will be equal. Now, so now we want to sew around and leave like 6 inches gap for us to turn it to the other side. So when we sew around here, we want to leave like 6 inches, or between the end of one strap to the where we began. We want to leave that so that we'll be able to turn it back out. So we sew with an 1/2 inch seam allowance. So now we want to turn the bag inside out from the allowance we left. Our bag is almost done. It's such a simple and easy project to do. We want to turn this inside out like that. We want to arrange everything to make it stand just the way we want it. And with the opening, we want to fold it in and hold it down with a pin or a clip so we know if it's straight or not. You see, our basket is nearly done. All we need to do now is to top stitch round it. We need to top stitch round it, and then our basket will be ready. We need to top stitch around. We want to make sure that the front side is not unequal. Or we can even iron it. We can iron this out. fabric baskets are easy. We can, when they are dirty, we can throw them in the washing machine because they're fabric. And we can use them for a lot of other things. We can use them for gifting, can use them as like Easter basket with eggs in it. They are really useful. So now we want to top stitch. I'm going to have to remove the side of the machine so it will be easy to fit this in through it. We want to stitch the opening first, and then we can go top stitch around the basket. And that's it. Our basket is done. And isn't this pretty? It is nice. And then we can fill it up with whatever we want to fill it. And now our basket is done. Isn't this really nice? Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. Please like, share and subscribe, because when you like and subscribe to my channel, that is when more people get to see it, and that means what I'm doing, you're enjoying it. Or else, more people will not be seeing my videos. I would like you to write a comment down, whatever thing you think I can do to make these videos better, to make more people watch it. Please leave a comment for me. And if you have a request of whatever tutorial you want me to do, please leave it down as well. I'll be glad to do that. I'll see you the next time. Thank you.